Hi guys, let's today we're looking at the exponent set. So let's start with this first example here. So let's say uh, we have root 2 multiplied by 5 root 8. Okay, root 2 multiplied by 5 root 8. So what should we do here? We can say this is the same as equal to 5 root 2 multiplied by root 8 and equal to, because we have 5, we can say we have 2 multiplied by 8 because of this root here, so we're just putting it together. So we have equal to, this is equal to 5 root 16, because 2 times 8 is 16, and this is equal to 5 times 4, because root 16 is 4, and this is the same as 20. If you wonder how it happens here, okay, let's maybe take it step by step from here. From this step here, you can say you have 5. You know that the square root 2 is the same as 2 to the power half, and you can say square root 8 is the same as 8 to the half. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. To do it slowly or step by step, we're looking at 2 half. So we change the root 2 to 2 to the power half multiplied by 8 to the power half. So we're applying the laws of exponent. You can see the exponents are the same. We have half here, and we have 5, we have half there. So that's why we can have something like 2 to the power 5 to the power 5 into 2 times 8 to the power half, because it is the same, the exponents are the same. So we can either go to this direction, this can go reverse, and then you go this direction as well. So that's why we're having 5 into 2 times 8, and now we can easily put a square root, because the square root is the same as half. The square root is the same as half. So that is what happened here. This is what happens here. And the same thing if you're looking at square root of 16. If you're looking at the square root of 16, you're looking at 5 square root of 16. This is 5, and then this is 5 to 16 to half, right? So you can say this is 5 into 4 squared, because 16 is the same as 4 squared to the half. Okay, and this gives us 5 into 4 squared times half. So we can always do that. Hence we have 5, and then you see now this 2 and this 2 cancel. You're left with 4 to the power 1. So you have left with 4 to the power 1, and this is nothing but 5 times 4. That's why we're getting to 20. Let's do the next example, and where we will be just fast and move. Okay, let's look at our next example, and our next example here is 4 root 3 multiplied by 3 root 3. So what you can notice here, we have this root 3 here. Okay, so easily we can just multiply 3 and a 4 to get 12. So this is equal to 12. it is equal to 12 root 3 multiplied by root 3. Okay, so root 3 multiplied by a root 3, let's look at it. This is 12 into 3 to the power half multiplied by 3 to the power half. Okay, so we also applying the laws of the exponent. When the bases are the same, you add the exponent. So we have 3 half plus half, and this gives us 12 to 3 to the power 1. That's why you can easily say this is 36. Okay, so that is how we do it. But to do it shortly, like once you understand better, you can just say you have 4 root 3 multiplied by 3 root 3. So the only thing you can do, you can just say 12 times 3, then is equal to, this is equal to 36. But once you fast enough, let's look at the next one. And here we have another 5. We have 5 root 7, 5 root 7, 5 root 7 times 2 root 7. Okay, so since we have this root 7 here and root 7 here, so we know that now root 7 times root 7 is 7. Root 7 times root 7 is 7. So we just minus 2, 5 and 2. So that would be 5 times 2, and then multiply by root 7 multiplied by root 7. Root 7 times root 7 is 7. You can use the same way of saying root 2 times root 2. You can check it this on a calculator. This will give you 2. So here I'm just making an example. Okay, so let's carry on to our problem here. So you know now we have 10 times 7, and this is simple 70. Okay, let's look at the next example. In our next example, we're looking at root 27 minus root 3. Root 27 minus root 3. So this one is a little bit interesting. So we need to relate our first term to the second term here. So let's say this is equal to, and we say this is equal to. So try to divide 7 divided by 3. You'll see that you get 9. So you have 9 times 3. You have 9 times 3 minus root 3. But what is happening now, once you have 3, the reason you're using 9 times 3, you're trying to relate this 3 with whatever you can get. That's why I'm saying that you have to say 27 divided by 3 to see if there is any relationship, and there is, because we're getting 9 times 3 now. But with this 9 times 3, we can say we have root 9 times root 3 minus root 3. Okay, and then root 9 is 3. Root 9 is 3. Square root of 9 is 3. So we have 3 root 3 minus root 3. So what does this mean? It means we have 3 of root 3 minus 1 of root 3. So what we will get then? We'll get 2 of root 3, because we're saying that you have 3 of root 3, you have 3 of root 3 and 1, there's 1 here, 1 of root 3, so you're getting 2 of root 3. That's how we do it. Okay, so this is how we do it. That was our, let's see our next example. And now we're getting something that is very interesting. Let's look at we're saying we have 5, or we have root 5, root 5a. Root 5a times root 2a times root 2a times 3 root 10a squared. How to approach this one? This is a little bit challenging, but let's look at root 5a multiplied by root 2a and then into 3. And what we know that we can say from this square root, we can say 2a multiplied by 5a. 2a multiplied by 5a is the same as 10a squared, right? Because you see, to say 2a multiplied by 5a, so you can multiply 2 and 5 to get 10a. Because now you see the bases are the same, we need to add the exponent, so it will be 1 plus 1, hence we'll have 10a squared. But let's move to the next step of our example. So this is 5a times root 2a times 3 times root 2a times root 5a, because we're just separating these ones here. You see this rule applies that 2a times 5a is the same as root 2a times root 5a. This is the same thing, okay? Then let's move to our next step here. So let's try to group some things that are common. You see, we have root 5a, we have root 5a. So this means we can say we have root 5a multiplied by root 5a. Then we have these two, root 2a and root 2a. So let's group that one together. We multiply by root 2a times root 2a. But we still have 3 here. So let's say multiply by 3. So you see, root 5a, let's say we have a square root of 5a times the square root of 5a. This is nothing but 5a. The reason being is that the base are the same, because you see what is happening here. If you're changing the root 5a, you can look at it 5a to the power half. Okay, this goes together, it's just like that, multiplied by 5a half. You see the bases are the same, we add the exponent. This gives us 5a to the power half plus half, hence this is the same as 5a to the power 1, of which is 5a. Okay, same thing will apply here, so we just have 5a and then we have multiplied by 2a. The same application of exponents, laws of exponents here. We're getting 2a times 3. Okay, so because we have 2a times 3 now, we can multiply that and that to get 10. So this is equal to 10. But because now the bases are same, we have a here, we have a here, and we're multiplying, so we need to add the exponent. Hence we have a 1 plus 1. This 1 is here, and then this is 1 is here, times 3. So what are we getting? You see, now we can times that 10 and that 3 to get 30, and then 1 plus 1 to get 30a squared. That will be our answer. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are answered to your questions about these exponents.